Hey everyone, what's up? Thought we'd do a net side chat outside today because it's nice. And I'm recording 2 videos back to back on entirely different subjects and didn't feel like messing with the background. So, universal, whatever, here we are. Outside. Notes. Alright, let's talk about Vancouver-Edmonton. Game 6, May 18th. Which was last night as of when I'm recording this. Skinner's back in net for Edmonton. So, there's that. About 9 minutes in the period, Edmonton strikes first in this one. Goal from Holloway. Yeah, I don't know who he is either. Apparently, one of their young prospects. And a team full of young prospects. To be fair, Yass McDavid's been in the league for like 8 years at this point. You get my point. Still young talent there, it's ridiculous. But yeah. Nice breakout rush in the neutral zone. Beats the defense. Beats Shelov's 5-hole. 1-0 Edmonton. Great play. A few minutes later, though, with about 9:57 left in the period, it's about 10-minute mark, Vancouver retaliates. Goal from Höglander. Nice feed from Pettersson going behind the net. Pettersson gets the initial shot off that. Rebound, gets his own rebound. And that's the goal. So, scores there on the follow-up shot. We are tied 1-1. End of the first period, shots are 4 apiece for each team. And I bumped the camera because I moved my foot. Doesn't normally happen in the other set. Dangerous. Anyway, end of that first, shots were 4-4. Which makes 8 shots in a first period all-time low for these playoffs this year. I normally don't get attacked by bugs in the middle of filming, so there's that. Outdoors are lovely. We'll get through this together. I'm going to leave all this in. We had an 8-shot total in the first, all-time low for these playoffs in 2024. I normally don't note the shot counts, but I did think that was interesting. Definitely felt like, well, we've seen every other game in the conference semifinals. Yes, I still call them that, not round 2. I'm old school. Go to 6 games where the home team was on the brink of elimination and lost. And lost typically, except for Carolina, New York, because that Kreider show happened in the third period. Every team has lost at home in 6 games, and the last 2 have been close. The second of which needed overtime, the 2 overtimes to resolve. So this game, at least after the first period, it's like we're gonna see another one kind of like that. I didn't think so, just because statistically it's unlikely that all 4 of those matchups have all the home teams, the top seeds, losing game 6s at home, which is statistically unlikely. From probably some game theory numbers I know somewhere in my head. But we'll see. You never know. Sports is unpredictable. So, because if Vancouver ends up winning this game or this series, then we'd have a Final Four with all 4 division winners, which has never happened in the history of the NHL. So there's been 4. Well, yeah, that's never happened before. I actually had the bracket basically go how it should go on paper. That's why I pick upsets in the bracket, because they always happen. Always. So anyway, second period. Let's move on. My ramblings. I sweat more anyway. I don't have the time marked for this. It must not really matter. That doesn't. Edmonton goal from Hyman. In the slot. Pretty nice feed from McDavid. Technically hits Hyman in the skate. That little weird 1 second for him to recover it from his skate is enough to kind of, I think, free Skinner a little bit to get the shot off. So what ends up being a pass that was slightly off probably is what caused the goal. So well done, McDavid, for a ridiculous pass unintentionally. And again, Hyman, I think that's his 10th or 11th goal these playoffs. He's just been continuously on fire for Edmonton. So, oh yeah, I do have notes here too about the save, because Shelovs does get a piece of it with his glove. Sorry, this side I forget. Camera records backwards. He gets a piece of it, I want to say, around the elbow or arm, and it turns like a flutter shot. I think, yeah, it's the one that, yeah, it's just, it's one of those things where I think Shelov's got all of it he could have. I haven't really blamed that one on him. He got a nice serious chunk of it, but it still finds the back of the net. So it was just that kind of night. Because with 8:40 left in the period, another Edmonton goal, this time from Bouchard with a bomb shot from the point. It was only measured 88 miles per hour, but yeah, it was a nice shot from the point. Very nice blue line goal. And now it's 3-1 Edmonton going into the third period. And with 16:35 remaining, so about 4 minutes in there, Edmonton gets another goal. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins crashing in that from a pass from McDavid, which gives McDavid his third assist of the game. So, yes, it is now 4-1 Edmonton, with the clock ticking in the third period. And I don't have this in my notes, but I will say at about the 12-minute mark, about 12 minutes left in the third. I mean, they mentioned in the broadcast, yeah, Vancouver came back in game 1 and they were down 4-1. I'm like, yeah, I don't think it did it. It seemed like it didn't feel like Vancouver had it tonight, and they were not going to come back, and they didn't. Because with about 7 minutes left in that third period, another goal for Edmonton. This time, Evander Kane snipes it from a beautiful face-off win by Draisaitl, set play. And with that assist, Draisaitl gets his 100th career playoff point. Which, if I'm understanding the ESPN broadcast correctly, they didn't state this exactly, but the way I interpreted it, now makes him third all time, or third fastest to get there, to 100 points in the playoffs. Gretzky did it in 43 games. Lemieux did it in 50. Draisaitl did it in 60, which I think puts him above. I believe it was. It's my notes here actually. Curry, who I think was 63. It was like by a couple of games that Draisaitl moved ahead of him in terms of fastest to 100 points in the postseason. So congrats to Draisaitl on being in ridiculous company now. No pressure for the rest of your career. We'll talk about that at some point later with Edmonton. I feel like that core team, as long as you keep that core together, they're due for a Stanley Cup in the next 2 or 3 years. We'll see though. Just my prediction. I picked him this year. We'll see how that plays out. Yeah, but yeah, that was it pretty much. After that goal from Kane making it 5-1, it's like, well, I gotta pause. Slight error, or a little edit. Maybe I won't even edit that. Just a little phone call while recording. How rude. Other people. Anyway. Yep. 5-1 final. Ties the series back up. We're going to Game 7. Monday night, 20th, which is I'm recording this is tomorrow night. So at 9 o'clock Eastern start time for that one. And we'll have a little break on Tuesday and then start up the Eastern Conference Finals on Wednesday. So New York and Florida at New York actually. So. Yep, hockey is done. Now I get to sweat more and record another video about Doctor Who. So good day, and I will see you all tomorrow when we talk about Game 7 of this series. So yay. Now Edmonton Vancouver's been really fun to watch. I think I kind of suspected Edmonton was due for a big game like this. I thought they'd have more of them. I've looked at my bracket picks when the series is done tomorrow night. So I don't think I saw it going 7. I think I predicted like Edmonton in 5 or something like that. Sorry, Vancouver fans. I thought they'd have more games like this in them, where they just kind of overwhelm you offensively, which is what Edmonton does. Colorado does that too, but they didn't get it done this year. So yeah, we'll see what happens in Game 7. I'm gonna predict Edmonton. I think it'll be a closer game, probably not like a blowout like we saw, a 5-1, but yeah, we'll find out pretty soon. Time this goes up, it'll be a little over 24 hours away probably. So alright, I'm out. Peace.